Hello my good friends and welcome. This is Buck Weezer, Buck Small Engine DIY on YouTube, welcoming you to another DIY how-to video where we put the do into do-it-yourself. And our do-it-yourself project today features this 1992 MTD rear-tine rototiller. And this is a great machine. It's powered by a 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine that runs great. This machine's a real workhorse. But the issue that I'm going to try to resolve today is when you engage the tines, the tine drive, then you try to disengage, they keep spinning anyway. It won't disengage the tines. And really the effective operation of this machine, you need to be able to turn these on and off. So let's fire it up and I'll show you what it's doing. So you see, that's a problem. You can squeeze this handle to engage the tines, but when you release it, they keep spinning on you, and that's no good. All right, I've already diagnosed what the problem is, and what we need to do is replace this control cable for the tine drive. It's really stiff, and though it's working now, I tried to lubricate it and get it freed up. It sort of works, but when you release the handle, it doesn't go back in. And if you'll come around here to this side, I'll show you what that does. And it's not too terribly complicated, but this is the idler pulley. When we squeeze that handle, it pulls this down, tightens this belt, and starts our tine drive mechanism. And when you release that hand grip, it should, this spring here should allow this to come back into the slackened position, but it doesn't because the cable's just too stiff and this spring doesn't have enough strength to pull it back up. So the tine drive stays engaged even when you release that handle. The control cable's just too stiff. So we're gonna go around the other side and we're gonna replace that cable. All right, so here's the replacement control cable, and you can see the part number there, 746-0535. If you want to get the OEM part, it's going to run you anywhere from $50 to $65. I wasn't willing to spend that, so I bought an aftermarket Amazon part, $17.99 plus tax. All right, maybe you think I should have paid the $50 or $65 for the OEM. The first cable lasted 32 years. But you know what? I don't need it to last me 32 years because 32 years from now, I'll be like 90. I won't be tilling up the yard. All right, so the cable comes from the hand grip and snakes its way down here behind this gearbox. So it's a little hard to get to and see what I'm doing. But we're going to start with a 7/16 wrench and take off this nut. It's a 1/4-20 nut, but it's a special one. It won't vibrate itself loose. So hang on to that guy. You don't want to lose him. After that, we can take the spring and cable off of the pivoting idler arm. All right. Next, we grab 2 1/2-inch wrenches and come over to here to loosen this part of the cable. And what you're going to have to do is this one on the left, you got to take it all the way off the entirety of those threads so that we can remove it from the bracket. right, so now we can pull it out, and that comes out of there. Okay, so that's this end's released. Fishes its way through these cable ties. And then we come up to a similar set of 1/2-inch nuts here at this bracket up here by the handle. And we do the same thing. And in this case, it's this top one here that we need to unthread completely. All right, so that's good. Now we can unhook it from the handle. And so our cable's off. So let's open up the new one and compare them. All right, so I'm gonna have to use the nuts and the washer from the original cable because they're not included on our new one. So let's just compare the length of the outer sheath. That's pretty darn close, maybe a 1/2-inch difference. Now we'll compare the length of the inner cable. And that's just about perfect. All right, so this spring we got to transfer from the old cable to the new one. That was easy. All right, so let's install him. Insert that through there. And we have some play for adjusting it as we need to. But that was about how the other one was, so I won't tighten it down quite yet. Alright, so let's feed this through here. Almost lost my spring. Feed this guy through here. Reach in and grab him. Now I think the washer goes on this side. The washer up there. It's just really hard to get your fingers in there. I'm starting the nut there. Yeah, it's a little challenging just because of how confined it is back there. All right. We get our spring. Hook our spring onto that 1/4-20 post. Get the nut. It's kind of like a fiber nut. There's fiber in there, so that keeps it tight without vibrating loose. I suppose if you didn't have that, you could take 2 1/4-20 nuts and kind of lock them together here on this post. All right, 7/16. Run that in a little ways. All right, and oh, I like that already. Trying it out here.
You see the side.
And you can see the idler pulley spring back like it should when I release the hand grip. Yeah, so that's working beautifully. The other cable was just too stiff to allow it to properly disengage. So I don't think I need to do any adjustments on the length of this cable. It seems to be working just right. That's enough tension to engage the tines, and then it releases just fine. So let's take our 1/2-inch wrenches and just tighten these down. And we'll do the same thing here. And that's it. Maybe I can get another cable tie to clean this up a little bit, but I think we're good. All right, so we're gonna fire it up. I won't put this cover back on over here yet until we know we're good. Excellent. So we're back in business. I can put this cover back on. Didn't actually need to take the cover off to replace that cable, but I wanted you to be able to see the mechanism in there and the way it works. So that's it. It's all back in business. This is a workhorse from 1992. That was a great year. That was the year that Mrs. Weezer and I got married, initiating 32 years and counting of unbridled happiness and joy. Actually, Mrs. W is behind the camera today helping me out. So thanks for watching. This is just a short video on how to get your tine operation smoothly, just replacing the cable. I guess after 32 years, those are the little maintenance things that you got to do. Your comments and questions are always appreciated. If you need to get a cable for your machine, I'll leave a link in the description. You can get one on Amazon just like I did for a lot cheaper. Look forward to seeing you all in our next video. And remember guys, only you can put the do into do-it-yourself.